I bet gay dudes give gay dudes the best fucking presents.
Now you're onto something.
Yes.
I hook you up with a fucking dope ass e-bike.
I mean, he knows me so much better than you do.
Shut up.
I got you a 2021 Sea-Doo GTE.
Really? That's fucking awesome, man. So I was like, you know what I'll do is I'll send a plane.
This plane's fucking the best. And then you put me up at the Four Seasons.
And it was so much money.
I don't ever want my family to buy me a gift again. 100%. Cheers. Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. That was, you guys tricked me.
For real?
I actually bought it too. I'll say this: I'm tough to trick sometimes, and I bought it because all we had talked about was a race car and Two Bears Racing, and then when we got up to this week, I had mentioned something about car, and you're like, and I was like, really? And then I thought, it's in my head, I was like, yeah, that's a crazy thing to get. And like, I get being talked out of someone being like, don't buy somebody a fucking race car, dude. Like, I understand that not happening. And then I asked everybody, I was like, oh, should I get driven here today? Like, is it going to be a car? And they were like, no, don't worry about that. You can drive yourself here. And I was like, okay. And I knew that like a real estate race car is not street legal, but I was like, well, they would probably just be like, don't drive here.
Let me tell you, if I am nothing, I am unwavering in my horrible ideas.
You are committed.
I am committed.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the crazy thing.
This fucking thing. I was so scared getting into it. I was like, this is so tight. I'm going to get stuck in here.
You got in and out pretty great.
I mean, I had to do like some real maneuvering, some stretching.
Do you have any idea how many people tried to talk me out of this?
Everyone.
Every single person. Every single person.
I promise you this.
What's that?
I promise you, we're both stupid with how we're touring right now. It's so aggressive.
Yeah.
When I come back here, when I'm off tour in I get a little break in June, I get a break in August.
Yeah.
I'm taking it to the track.
Please.
And I have a race car driver instructor in Austin.
I'm so excited for all of this.
I'm so excited.
And so
I'm so excited. It makes my dick hard. Let me tell you something. There's a few things that make my dick real hard. Okay. A big fat ass. That's about it. And like next on the list is, and the thing is like, how I think we've talked about it before about sometimes you're kind of jealous of people with their hobbies, their passions, that they really get into it. And one of the things you have to do is you actually have to make an effort with your passion. You can't just be like, I like it, but I like it peripherally, I like it's over there, here's photos of it. Or like, if you really want to you have to make an effort. And sometimes you need somebody to be like, here's the golf bag, go fucking play around, and I've done I've done a few track days. I get such a thrill out of it, but it is a commitment. You have to be like, I have to go there. I have to, there's a whole thing involved. And I think you giving me this is like, it's like now you can't not get involved more. Like,
well, the fun part about this is obviously our goal is to get into a race and win this race. The car we have, we should call Matt Farah, because the car we have has been in 2 races. It was a custom build, top to bottom, brand new everything. And Matt Farah should be the one describing this. And by the way, I cannot give enough credit to Matt Farah. Here's why we work together as a team, and here's why we will always be a partnership with Matt Farah when it comes to Two Bears Racing. Because all you need is one person to tell you your horrible idea isn't that bad of an idea.
Right. That was Matt.
It's like when we were in the car today, and I was talking about fully loaded, and I was saying I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't care about this. I don't care about.
And I agree with you.
And you said that's right. And everyone's telling me no, but I know
because what you want people to do at Fully Loaded ultimately is walk out going, I had the best fucking time.
Yeah.
I cannot, like, that's all you care about.
That's the only thing I care about. Ryan Leaf said, don't give a fuck about your first contract. It's the second contract you need to be working for. Fully loaded. It's not, this first festival is going to be fucking amazing. I need it to be so good that it's without a doubt. There's a second.
Undeniable.
It's undeniable. There's a second one. And I've got everyone hitting me up going, hey man, I'd like to do that next year. You know, that's the goal.
Yeah.
And so when it came to Two Bears Racing, I said it to Leanne. She said no. I said it to my business manager. He said no. Not just the money commitment. The money commitment was out, like, and it started here. I'm going to tell you the possible gifts you were going to get. You were going to get I was going to build you a custom, like man cave and then fill it with $100,000 worth of high-end whiskeys, high-end cigars. Like literally go, this is a whiskey from Winston Churchill's collection. Like I was going to do that. That was one of the things I was going to do. Watches was going to be one. I was going to get you the, but what sold me on it is I said, even if Two Bears Racing, say, God forbid, we never get into one race. That will not happen. But what's more important is that when you're home for a long stretch period, for a weekend, you can take your car to the track and you can get on the track and you can run like crazy and have fun and see yourself get better. And it's something you love. When people love things, doing it is effortlessly. It's why I work so hard in stand-up, is I absolutely love it. I love podcasting with you. I love doing stand-up. I love all of it. So it doesn't seem like work to me.
Exactly. I mean, people, I'm sure they're saying the same thing to you that they're saying to me right now, which is they're like, how are you doing this? Like, meaning my work load. They're like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
And you go, you know what? It is stressful. It is exhausting. No one wants to hear us bitch about but the truth is, like, you know, we travel like every day. And we're doing these shows, and sometimes it's multiple shows, and then you get, you know, it's nothing but the long-term summary of that is that I love doing it.
Yeah.
I love doing it.
Let's call Matt Farah, because he really spearheaded this for me. He said, I think this is actually, when you went on his podcast and he said, no, I think that's actually a great idea. I went, oh, I love to hear that. That's what I love to fucking hear. And Matt Farah did all of it. He found all the cars. He did all the fucking legwork. All right, Matt. Oh, and he's in a car, fitting. All right, you're on Two Bears, One Cave, Matt.
Hey, buddy. He just froze.
All right. Here. Okay. Hey, can you get to a place where you have service and call us back? Yeah. You have an hour.
Yeah, hang on. We'll get off at the next exit, and I'll call you back. If we get off FaceTime and just do a regular.
That's probably better.
Oh, yeah. Regular call's better. Do a regular call. All right. Call me back.
All right, let me hang up and call you back. Hang on.
Matt Farah is the one that spearheaded this and was like, I think this is a great idea. I think endurance racing is. And then I texted him and I was like, hey man, I'm going to need your help on this. And he's like, I got you. This is where you guys need to be. We can, and because the car itself.
There he is.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, how's that sound? Is that better?
Yeah. Where's the speaker? Is it this one? Yeah. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
The number's on there. So.
Oh, shit.
Do it like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if this is okay, I will keep on proceeding. If not, I'll, like, get off the
No, it's
road.
perfect.
No, it's perfect. So,
all right, great. No worries.
So we're doing Two Bears, One Cave right now. Tom just received his gift, but I want you to tell Tom what he got, because I can show it to him. And by the way, he just drove it around, so he'll tell you about that experience.
Good. Okay, you got the starting procedure I sent to you.
Okay, this car doesn't have a key and ignition, just so we're clear.
No, it does not. Race cars don't. I also, when you guys called me earlier and Tom said he couldn't get in it, I forgot to mention that the steering wheel comes off. I hope you figured that out.
No, we got him in. We got him in.
Yeah, they just shoved me in.
Okay, but the steering wheel does come off, which makes it way easier to get in and out of.
Yeah.
If you haven't done that yet.
Yes. So tell Tom what he got.
Oh, I'm so glad he finally has this car. What a pain in the ass. Okay, Tom, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy that you guys asked me to be part of this. It's really, really fun. and the number of people that have emailed me trying to get a job on this fake race team is truly comical. I'm like, this is a fake race team, right? Okay, so what you have is a BMW E46 race car. Okay, it's called a Spec E46. And what spec means is that it's built to a certain set of regulations. Okay, and that set of regulations is good because it makes the car very versatile. You can use it in a bunch of different types of racing. The Spec E46 races are when everybody would have the same car. It would be you racing against a bunch of other people in the same cars, built to the same rules, and those are like short races. They're like 25 or 30 laps. They last an hour, right? But what I thought that we would want to do, and what we talked about on my show, was endurance, which is a team sport. And so you have multiple drivers that would run, one session at a time, and you'd run them through, and it's a longer race. It's a 12-hour or even possibly a 24-hour endurance race. And it's like most number of laps you complete in a time period, whether it's 8, 12, or 24 hours. So this car, I believe it's a 2004. It's a 330 CI coupe. And so it has a 3-liter inline-6 engine. It's about the rules of Spec E46 limit your horsepower to 225 horsepower, which, Tom, you're out there, we got you McLarens and stuff to drive, and you've got your crazy Porsche. So compared to that stuff, it's not going to be mind-blowing fast. But the difference is, when you're racing, you're using all that power all the time.
Right.
You're driving it at the limit. So
also, the car weighs like the car feels like it weighs as much as like a bag of paper. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, no, it weighs nothing. It weighs like 2,800 pounds.
So that power...
it actually has ballast in it because you make the car underweight, and then you can add lead plates that can add weight to make, because there's a class minimum weight for the Spec E46. It can't weigh less than like 2,800 pounds. So they build the car to 2,700 pounds, and then they put weights back in it in an optimum kind of location for weight distribution.
Gotcha.
So so it's a really light car. I mean, when you take, the interior and a bunch of stuff out of these cars, they are very light, and they have very good balance. They're really when you're really at the limit in the corners, they're really good steering feel, really good balance. The transitions between oversteer and understeer, very communicative. And in the endurance racing series, you actually use street tires. You don't use slick tires.
Okay.
And what that means is it makes it much more forgiving to drive. So if you're new to racing, it will feel like a really well set up street car and not like a totally unfamiliar race car.
Well, it was I just drove it down the street and I got a bunch of looks, but
you shouldn't do that. It's not legal.
Oh, I know that. That part I know. I was really well aware that it wasn't legal, and then I saw an unmarked Explorer, and I was like, "Well, here goes." But I turned away and I gave him the finger. I came back right away, and then but just
did it feel good? Did it run smooth?
Yes, and I mean, it just throwing that thing in and out of gears was like a fucking.
It feels nice, right?
Yes, it was a thrill.
So this car, when Bert told me the budget, I literally laughed in his face. And I think you guys are insane.
Yeah.
I love the level of rich that you're at. I think you're at a very fun level of rich, both of you. Where to some degree you still understand what money is, but to other degrees you have no idea anymore what money is. I think this is great.
Oh.
And so these cars, this is a pretty, it's a pretty high dollar car. And, although looking at it right now cosmetically before we put the wrap on it, it may not look like an expensive car. Once you put the wrap on it and it looks like it really, you'll understand. The roll cage, so this car was built by a company called Legacy Motors in Sacramento, outside of Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
And all this company does, the only thing that they do is build Spec E46 race cars. It's the only thing they do. And the car is not brand new,
right.
but it's done 2 short races. It's never done an endurance race. It's only done 2 Spec E46 races. It was raced by the people who built it, and it was on the podium in both of those races.
Wow.
So this is a fast car. It's a very competitive car.
Bro, I'm so excited.
It's going to be so much fun, dude. When you get this thing on the track, and we can, I have some friends who are members at Harris Hill Raceway in Austin, which is a great little track for practice.
Yeah.
And when we get this thing out on the track and do some testing laps in it, you are going to have the best time. I mean, it's really,
I can't wait.
It's going to be so fun. The wrap that we're doing, the dude Les, I'm blanking on his company right now, and I'm sorry for that, but the name of the company will be on the car.
I got to call my buddy. I met an instructor at Coda, and he's been trying to get me out to Harris Hill in other cars.
Great.
But I'm
now you've got a car.
Well, I'm gonna call him and be like, I got something else to show you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, have you progressed?
Well, look, the more you can practice in this car, the more you're familiar you'll be when it's time to go race it.
Yeah.
And I've driven not this exact car, but one like it, and it was so fun.
It's
such a fun car to drive.
We need a trailer to
I bought it.
Bert bought you a trailer, dude.
You have a trailer?
Yeah.
Bert bought you a trailer.
Oh yeah, I got you suits. I got you a trailer.
Wait, where's the trailer
Bro,
now?
I had to get you all the way up to the budget.
Yeah.
We had to spend all of Bert's money.
Yeah. The tires aren't cheap.
Is the trailer on the way?
Where is it? I don't know. Where is the trailer?
Talk to
Leo,
the management team on the Two Bears Racing text thread. They're handling that. Yeah. I told them which one to buy. It's literally brand new. You got a brand new trailer.
Brand new trailer. The problem is you're going to need a truck to get the trailer to move around in.
I'll buy a truck.
Yeah, I mean, get a truck. You know what? You're going to need it. And also, we've got a sponsorship from Simpson Racing Products. They're getting us helmets with comms. They're getting us custom Two Bears Racing suits. I've already got your measurement, Tom. We're getting Hans devices. We're getting everything. It's comped from Simpson Racing.
Holy shit. Shout out to
we're also
Simpson Racing.
Also, my guys at Rec Tech are getting us a smoker that'll go onto the back of our trailer.
I love that you worked that out. Bert's like, we need ribs at these
I'm going to be sitting there for 12 hours. I might as well make a brisket.
The Two Bears Racing text message thread is hilarious. I'm like, okay, here's the cars we're looking at. And Bert's like, I got a smoker.
We're going to get a kegerator.
People are going to be like, when Two Bears Racing shows up to an event, we know we're going to eat right.
Yeah. And you can tow the trailer that we're getting. We can tow that with Bert's bus.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know how much fun that would be?
We're going to have a fucking rig, dude. It's going to be sick. And then we're also, the guys who built the car, they're getting us a list of the spares package. Here's everything you want. These cars are really reliable. They're one of the reasons. There's 3 reasons I chose this car for you. One is that once we get the seat right and everything, they're really comfortable for taller drivers. They're very comfortable to get in and out of and to spend time in. 2 is they're really fun to drive. Like I was saying, that they're quick. The balance is good. They're really engaging. It's just a very pleasant thing to be driving and racing,
dude.
And then 3 is they're very reliable. So they don't they don't break a lot, and it doesn't mean we can't break it. But the kind of spares and stuff that we need for a race weekend is pretty basic stuff. The engines are under stressed. The gearboxes and the differentials, they don't really go.
Cannot believe this.
And they have very few, wear items, which in endurance racing is a concern. So these are pretty stout race cars, and this one is brand new and freshly serviced, and it's ready to race.
Can't wait.
This thing is awesome.
Leanne's dad would like to come out and work on our pit crew.
Okay.
He's like, well, boy, this is everything I've ever dreamed of. You bought a race team? Are you kidding me? Hell, boy, I'll come out and work for free. I was like, wasn't paying him. Yeah.
For free.
And, I do have, I got all these people hit me up and wanted to work, and I'm like, this isn't the real race team. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But my friend Marco, who is like a genius with Porsches and has worked on BMW race teams before, this dude is going to be our head on-site tech when we're actually ready to go.
Gonna be so fun.
And this guy is the guy. We don't need to look anywhere else. Like, this is the guy.
Welcome to the team, Marco.
He looks like a shorter version of, honestly, like if you cut 8 inches off of Tom, you get Marco. Like, he has the right look for Two Bears racing. For sure.
All right.
This is going to be fun as fucking shit.
This is going to be so fun.
What's our schedule? What does it look like on our first race, Matt? Like, because I think that's going to be an event.
You guys are doing like 200 dates a year. You're asking me about fucking dates? When can you go racing? I don't know.
That's actually a very fair point from Matt Farah.
Yeah.
No, I'll send you some. Let's get a 3-way text thread going about dates, and I'll send you some open dates.
And then we also, I wanna come down there with you, Tom, and run a few practice sessions in the car at Harris Hill and see how it goes.
Done.
By the way, I'm going to come down for that. I'm going to come down for that too, because I want to be there.
Oh
yeah.
Here,
I'll never drive this fucking
the
car.
other thing that's cool for Bert, Bert wants to be Harry in Days of Thunder, right? The fucking eating an ice cream cone and screaming through the radio, right? That's what you want to be.
Yes.
So the car has comms, right? So the driver can talk to the pit crew, but it also has real-time telemetry and video. So with either an iPad or a laptop in the pit, the car sends a real-time video feed from what the driver's seeing, right? I don't know if it's 2 cameras or just one, but either way, the crew chief in the pit can see what the driver's seeing, see what's going on the track, and also see all the telemetry of the car, from the engine temperature, like everything from overall stuff like the engine temperature and how much fuel you have, to literally like what gear you're in, what revs are, like throttle position, brake position, like literally see what the driver's doing. So if you have like your coach, in the pits, you can go, okay, Tom, you can take more throttle through this corner, like in the middle of the race.
Jesus Christ. It's
awesome.
It's amazing.
And that's content. And that's all content, right?
Yeah, Matt, thank you for helping out so much with this. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, dude, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
It'll only cost me a seat in every race you do.
Okay.
Done.
Here we go.
Matt, you're the best. I cannot thank you enough for helping facilitate this birthday present.
This is my pleasure. Absolutely. I'm so glad that we could spend Bert's money in such an egregious way. And let's make sure we go full budget on this thing.
Awesome.
Let's not cut any corners. Bert Kreischer's wallet is going to be empty by the end of this race season.
When they do my behind the music and they're like, what happened to Bert Kreischer? Spending recklessly. He spent $100,000 on his buddy's birthday. He doesn't even know how to drive. He Ubers everywhere because he drinks. Hey, Matt, thank you.
All right, and last thing before I get out of here, Bert, you're the 2 hours of radio we did on my show, the Smoke and Tire Podcast. That was some of the most fun radio I've ever done. So thank you for making the time when I'm in town, and got a lot of great response for that. You too, Tom. Thanks. For always doing my show.
I almost texted you yesterday. It was Carl's birthday.
I know it was Carl's birthday. I missed that motherfucker. Yeah. And 2 of my friends, one of which is Marco, who I was talking about, said I listened to that show and I made an appointment with my cardiologist.
Good deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, Matt. Thank you for everything, brother.
Bye, guys.
See you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, and I told you that he had asked me. I've known Matt a little while.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to get Bert on. And the day you podcasted with him,
yeah,
he texted me. He goes, I think that's the best podcast I've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
Really?
I think we were pretty drunk.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy that I go on radio shows and I don't remember what I said?
And people are like, that's the best thing I've ever had.
Apparently, when I just fucking untethered from whatever the fuck, I don't know. If someone relies on your financial support, whether it's a child, aging parent, or even a business partner, you need life insurance. Policy Genius is your one-stop shop to find and buy the insurance you need. Click the link in the description or head to policygenius.com/2bears1cave. Answer a few quick questions. In minutes, you can compare personalized quotes from the top companies to find your lowest price. You can save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. Their team of licensed experts will help you understand your options and apply for the policy you choose. The Policy Genius team works for you, not the insurance companies, so you can trust them to offer you unbiased help and advocate for you every step of the way until you're covered. I'm telling you right now, it's a no-brainer. I have 3 people in my family that I love and I need to take care of. I have some sisters I want to worry about, some nephews, and I have a business partner who likes to tweet recklessly. Head to policygenius.com/2bears1cave to get your free life insurance quote and see how much you can save. That's policygenius.com/2bears1cave.
Isn't it crazy that in 2022 we have high-speed internet, celebrities going to space, electric cars, and yet some people are still cleaning their bums the way our Victorian brothers and sisters did with toilet paper? Step into the 21st century and upgrade your bathroom routine and start washing your bum with Hello Tushy bidets. You are a fucking savage if you're mashing mushy shit on your skin and thinking you've cleaned yourself. You need a hose, a nice stream of water to wash all the caca off the in and around and near your asshole, depending on what you ate. The Hello Tushy bidet attachment attaches to your existing toilet, installs in less than 8 minutes, and cuts down your TP use by 80%, saving money and paper waste. Hello Tushy has cleaned over 1 million happy bums. Join them and take care of your business the cleaner way. Visit hellotushy.com/bears to get 10% off plus free shipping right now. Tag at Hello Tushy on any social media so they can celebrate your clean butt with you. That's hellotushy.com/bears for 10% off.
Here's what I love about this. We are your career trajectory is in the Paul Newman direction, right? He was a legit race car driver.
He was actually
Steve
really
McQueen.
Paul was really talented.
Pull up. You look fucking so good in that. Except for the fact that my fat body looks like it's attached to you.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that. That you're in the reflection of the door.
Looks horrible.
Dude, it is. I got to tell you something. It's taking me a minute to process how excited. Sometimes you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
We should also, like, for the ones that don't know, recap. I was so excited on the first time, right? The first time, what happened was I had gotten a e-bike.
Yeah.
I think Christine and I got them together. I think we were living in
Palisades.
Yeah. And I go, I don't know. We went somewhere and we tried them and they were relatively new. They've been out for a little bit.
You called me. You called me from them.
I go, this is fucking awesome.
You called me and you were like, hey, have you ever driven one of these? And I was like, no. What are you talking about? And you're like, these bikes. And I was like, no. And you're like, it's an electric bike. They're fun as fuck, dude. And I was like, really? You're like, you got to try it. I'm having such a good time.
And I remember that I did this. This is when you care about somebody. I went and I told the people what kind I had. And they're like, yeah, that one's pretty good, but these are better. And I was like, I want to give them the better one. So I go, let's get them whatever's like, what do you think? I go, what do you think the best thing is here?
Yeah.
And they go, this one. And I go, okay. And then I told them, I want you to drop it off and just, surprise them. I wanted it to be a surprise. And I was like, it's rad. He goes, this one's fucking awesome. And then it was fun. Like I spent, I think a little over $3,000. I go just to surprise my friend for his birthday. And I got the video of you. I think,
the girls shot video of me
seeing it.
Okay, Georgia and Isla came back. This is when they were, Georgia and Isla came back and they were really excited. They're like, Isla's like, you're never going to be where Tommy got you. And I was like, what? And they're like, don't come outside. Don't come outside. And then you called me and you're like, hey, are you walking out? And I was like, wait, what? It was, but this is, we had never got each other birthday presents.
No, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I think what we had done, but what we were doing is we were posting things on each other's birthday to surprise each other. Meaning, I think this goes back a titch further in that the year before, I got porn stars to wish you happy birthday.
That's right.
And put dildos in their asses.
Yeah.
And
I tried to get this guy, honestly.
Wait, what did you do the year before? Did you do something the year before?
I don't remember. I hit up this guy to take a shit on a piece of bread. Just say
go to Tom's birthday. Go to Tom's birthday. See if you can find it on my Twitter.
It's gonna take you a minute.
You just type in @Bert Kreischer Twitter, happy birthday Tom Segura, and because I did a video.
No, you're right.
I did a video,
and you got like all kinds of them to like. I'm meaning like men and women, and they were all.
Yeah.
Some of them might be right there.
This tweet was deleted by the author. See if you can find that while we do this.
While we do this.
But that was how it started. It was we were doing jokes for each other.
That's right.
Online, and then you bought me that, and I came out.
You were so excited,
and no one had gotten me.
Well, part of what made it more awesome was the fact that you were like, I get the shittiest presents.
Yeah.
And that you would actually roast your own wife about what she gets you.
She got me a wallet one year.
Yeah. Wait, that was last year.
Yeah, it's in my pocket. It's so uncomfortable.
You're like, who gets somebody a wallet?
She got me an iPad one year. I go, I can buy this for myself.
Yeah.
Like a present should be something you wouldn't buy for yourself.
Right.
And once it becomes, and I mean to be very candid,
yeah.
But when you start making a little money, it does become difficult. We become hard to shop for our wives because they're like, well, I don't know what, because anything I want, I'll just get if I want it. Like, for instance, for years, I wanted a stand-up paddleboard for fucking years, but Leanne would say, "Where will we keep it?"
Right.
And that's the video. Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
So I would, and then I wanted a motorcycle, and I would come out. It'd be my birthday, and I'd think they were going to surprise me.
They're like, here's a belt.
And you're like, the only thing worse than a bad present is when you have your hopes up for a good one, and then you see the bad one, and you realize no one in your family knows you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, cool, a T-shirt with Bert and Ernie on it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got that one year, and I was like...
it is, and here's the thing. It's...
I remember going, and they're like, because you're Bert. I went, no, I get it. I get it. My whole life, I've tried to avoid being called fucking, where's Ernie? And now I'm wearing it on my fucking chest. Yeah. And now when people know me, they're like, hey, Bert, where's your Ernie? And I'm fucking...
Well, the thing is, to be fair to people that are close to us and love us, it is difficult to buy us something.
Yeah.
Meaning that, like, if you see something that you like and want, you just go get it, right? So you have to be like creative, and there's probably like some, budget restrict. So it's more like at this point, people have to be imaginative and get you something creative to buy. Point being that I also felt like it was such a thrill to see you because I saw that you were genuinely excited, and you would call me. You're like, dude, I took the bike out. I almost killed myself.
Oh yeah, because that night it was my birthday. I got drunk, and then I'm like, you can ride a bike drunk.
Yeah,
I don't think you can actually.
No, you can get a DUI.
Anyway, I get on this fucking bike, and I'm fucking flying at 2 a.m. I'm flying around my neighborhood.
Yeah,
I went into the park and just was flying through the grass. Like, it's like fucking...
It goes like 30.
Yeah. Oh, it goes faster.
Yeah.
And I was going so fast, and I was having... And then the next night, people came over, and I was like, everyone's got to try my bike. And like, the kids were coming back, and I don't think you're supposed to let kids ride it. But the kids were coming back like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I mean, the look on... And I kept going, Tom got it from me. Yeah. Tom got it from me. And Leanne's like... I remember Leanne being like, yeah, and I was like, that's what you get. That's the look you should get when you underdeliver. You underdelivered, he overdelivered. I wish he could see the look on your face to know how hard he hit it out of the park. Can I tell you? I really think that this competition has made her become a better present gift buyer for me.
Yeah.
Because I'll say things, and I think now she goes, oh, if him and his friend are in the business of dropping six figures on each other,
Yeah.
maybe I should spend more than $500 on him.
Yes.
I mean, she got.
It is. I mean, well, the next thing after that is that you got me a badass Sea-Doo, a jet ski.
Well, so then I got that present. We came.
She must have been upset. That
If you
did
haven't
that.
seen this episode, I don't know what episode it is.
Yeah.
The link there'll be a link to that episode in our description if you can do that, Nadav. But when I got that present, we then talked about gay men giving the best presents in the world.
That's right.
And gay men,
because they're guys,
they're
and they
bros.
know, and they know what to get another guy.
Yeah, it's just two dudes, and they're like, I know what I want. And all I've heard is every gay guy I know has said you and Tom nailed it on the head. It's one of the most anxious parts about being gay is that you and your boyfriend have to one up each other every year.
Right.
And so they get to a place where they're buying and we had gay guys submit. It's like, remember when we did the thing about tell us what the problems about having a big dick, and people came and wrote in with real problems about having a big dick.
Yeah.
But gay men were like, wrote in the best gifts that anyone could ever give each other. Oh, my boyfriend got me Subway Series tickets to the Mets Yankees. Like,
that your wife would never think to do that.
never, fucking never.
Yeah.
You know, I said one time, I was home, I'm not home very often. And I was home and there's a Rams game. And I said, I want to treat everyone, all our friends have been really generous with me, like, talking about my specials and the girls and the kids. And we're not going to have this very much longer because the kids are going to college. I want to treat everyone. I want to get a box at SoFi.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, just fucking go to the game if you want to go to the game. I said, no, I said, I want you to think about it and realize this will be something we never forget. And then she called back. She was like, yeah, you're right. Let's do that. That's not a bad idea. Because Leanne's instinct with spending money, because I think she grew up poor, was that, no. Don't even get tickets. It's funner to watch a game at home. Let's have friends over at the house. Well, that's her. And we went, and it, like, look, any dad out there will know when your daughters get older, there is a little bit of distance. They want their independence, and their dad isn't the coolest guy in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And when I got the tickets for the thing, both George and Ida said they didn't want to go. And I got a box, and it, broke my heart. It's the only reason I got it to spend time with my kids and to let them see a game and, to have a family moment, and all of their friends are going and everyone's going, and they didn't want to go. And I actually made them go. Like I was like, you're going. That's not a conversation. You're going. And they're like, I'll go if it'll make you happy. And I was like, yeah, it will make me happy. Georgia came up to me, and Georgia's the Leanne in our the bullheaded one. Georgia came up to me and in the thing with a huge smile on her face, gave me a hug, and was like, thanks for making me do this. This is so amazing, Dad. This is so amazing. And I was like, that's all you want. When you give a gift is you want someone to just say, like,
here's the part about gift giving because I also realized over time that for me personally, they have the people have different languages of love.
Yeah.
For some people, it's spending time. For some people, it's the written words. It's like hearing things. For some people, it's affection. So I show affection by giving gifts.
You're
right?
the one that taught me like how to give a gift.
But I genuinely, the thing about it is that the thrill is for the gift giver. See, a lot of times you go like, oh, it's like, to the person, like, no. To me, the thrill is in the giving of that gift.
It's better than receiving.
It is.
And I know that's like a hacky, it's better to give than to receive, but it's so much better.
That's the feel. It's the feeling you get of like, here's how much I care about you, and I think about you, that I put together the affection I have for you. I put thought into it, and yeah, I spent money, but I don't even like making it about the amount of money. It's hard to ignore when you start like doing the things we're doing, but it's really about being like, like the time I got the bike, it's like I thought you would just really enjoy
Dude,
that. And then the jet charters I got you is because I was like, you know what? He's busted his ass. He's coming to where I live. I'm gonna do it in and out so that you get to have to make it easier for you. And the idea was I wanted to get you a bigger one with a flight attendant, so it was like an experience for you.
Yeah, it was amazing. And the only thing that sucked about that gift is that my team got to experience it too, and it wasn't their fucking birthday. They just kept going, thanks, Tom, and I was like, no, you're not allowed to say anything. No one can drink but me. I mean, we had fucking meals, fucking kale over a Legendary wrote on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So it was fucking, it was insane.
But you took this to a whole, now here's the thing, man. You got me a legit race car, a trailer. We have
4 tires, suits, helmets.
Okay. Your birthday's in November. I am pressed right now.
Dude,
First of all,
I gotta be honest, I have anxiety about you for you.
Are we ever going to set a budget limit?
I gotta be honest with you. It was a very tough conversation. Leanne was like, and you know, I didn't get, I didn't spend that much on Leanne at all. When I sat down and I said, you know, I'm letting you know this ahead of time. It was right after my birthday. So I'm spending $100,000 on Tom for his birthday. She was like, why? And I was like, because he spent 75 on my birthday. And so I need to up it. She goes, just spend 76. I went, no. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
I want, and she was like, where's this end? And I was like, I think we cap it at $1 million. And she's like, we're not ever spending $1 million. And then I was like, yeah, we got to figure out rules to this because it's getting,
because where it ends, it sounds like where it ends is Dubai.
Yeah.
You know?
She was saying like, and then what do you want him to get? And I kept going, I don't know. I started like saying things that were like unreal. And she was so
I have a pretty cool idea.
Okay. Let's just celebrate your birthday right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting anxious because I turned 50 this year.
I know. And the idea that I have is fuck.
Hey, play that video out because this was the inception. You did something for my birthday that was funny. You got someone to do something. And then I got this for yours. I just went out.
Headphones.
That's right. He's in jail now.
Wait, we have to put headsets on?
Yeah.
He started over?
Oh,
this is the one on Instagram. What's the one on?
The Twitter one is.
Twitter one's got to have.
Yeah. Twitter's unedited.
Okay, give us a second.
Okay.
No, I think, it's interesting. I was telling you this. Ron's birthday was the other day.
Ron Jeremy?
No.
Oh.
Ron Marchand, my bus driver.
Yeah.
And we went to Laced Up in the Albany Mall.
Yeah.
Shout out to Laced Up. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
And Ron's a shoe guy, like a legit shoe guy. Like he has a storage unit where he keeps his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we pulled out, I love Nike SBs. It's like my favorite shoe. It's just comfortable. It's bigger. I also like the Air Force Ones only because they are the most comfortable shoe ever worn. And so the way those work is you tell them the size, they tell you what they have in stock. So we pulled out the 9s and we went through and looked at everything they had in stock. And we said, these are the 3. Ron's like, these are the 3 I like. I see them. They brought them out. So we each kind of lined them up. We're like, your favorite, least favorite, second favorite, right? And Ron was like, yeah. And he was talking about the different shoes. I could wear these. These would go good with camo. But man, I don't know. These are like I could wear these more often. These are like a special event shoe. This is like a special event shoe. And so I go, well, which one do you think? And he just moved. And Ron, because I think it's his birthday, he moves the least expensive one to the top. And he's like, I think I'm going to go with those. I said, all right, let's just get all of them. And Ron, I'm not going to, I don't know, Ron doesn't want me to speak out of pocket. But he got very emotional.
Yeah.
And it changed his day. And it's so funny because it was,
but
I felt so much better
the
than
thrill
buying
was
myself 3 shoes.
The thrill was for you.
I
thrill
felt
was
so
for you
fucking
to give
good.
It. Yeah.
It's like, I bought Leanne a watch for her birthday last year.
Mm-hmm.
She would never have bought it for herself. Never in a million years. And she has it on all the time. Oh, she never takes it off. And anytime I FaceTime her and I see that watch, it makes me feel good that she enjoys it.
Yeah.
Is this the one from Twitter?
Hold on.
Yes.
200,000 views.
Dedicated to the machine for his best friend's birthday, Tom Segura.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
What's his name? Tom.
But how long has it been since you've had your scrum eaten?
Segura.
Happy birthday
I used to work with big cocks, but not a cock like that. I mean, that cock was just amazing.
to you.
Happy birthday.
And many more.
Have a great day.
Such a big fan.
Mwah. Have a great day. I'm gonna find out where the bodies are at.
This one is dedicated.
That was sweet.
I
That was
would've-
really fun.
In hindsight, I would have played a lot of Adriana Chechik on that.
Yeah.
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 We can tell. Say, maybe for my birthday, just get me and you to fuck her.
Dude, you know
Give
what I
Leanne
should do?
$100,000 and go, hey, give Bert and I the day off. Run a double team on her. You know, people hit me up and they're like, hey man, I don't like the way you talk about your wife on Two Bears.
What do you mean?
Like people have hit me up. They're like, you sound like you're not happily married. I'm like, what? You fucking worry about your marriage.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I feel like you can only say that because you.
Yeah.
Like
That's
her
what,
so much.
guys who cheat on their wives do not make jokes about cheating on their wives.
No.
Trust me. Viore clothes are incredibly versatile, comfortable, and they're designed to look great for you literally every day of your life. Here's what I love about Viore clothes. We were talking about style the other day on the podcast. I have a hard time finding my style because quite honestly, my style is Viore clothes. I like to get into their joggers, and then I know that I can work out whenever I feel needed. I can go to drop off with the girls. I can go to their school, and I look good. I feel good. And they're literally, Viore clothing is perfect for any workout or activity, if inside or out. If I want to go to the gym, if I want to go for a hike, they're fucking fantastic. Viore is an investment in your happiness. And for our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing you will ever find on the planet at viore.com/bears. That's VUORI.com/bears. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but you'll enjoy free shipping on any U.S. order over $75 and free returns. Go to Viore.com/bears and discover the versatility of Viore clothing.
This episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The NBA playoffs mean next level basketball. Get ready for all the action by betting the play-in tournament with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. I believe in Ja, and that's where my money will go. New customers can get $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets instantly. You clinch a win no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code BEARS. Throw down just $5 on any basketball team and get $150 in free bets instantly. That's code BEARS at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA.
I had Shane Gillis on my podcast, and he told a joke. He's like, yeah, sometimes we write an edgy joke, and he told a joke that was super aggressive and missed.
Yeah.
And the Shane Gillis bombing is my favorite thing in the world because he just freezes. He's like, takes a sip of Bud Light, and he's like, can you take that out? and then he goes, you're gonna have to tell a bad one too. You're gonna have to tell a bad one so that I know that you'll take that out too. So I told a horrible joke, and then he was like, okay, I feel better.
You know what? Can I tell you? I don't want to cry, but this is true. I have it on video. I don't think I've showed it to you. I'll show it to you at some point. I might cry talking about it. But I got my dad a car before he died, and it was awesome to see. Like, I FaceTimed him, and I set him up. So he was like, I want to get a bigger SUV. So I found one in Palm Beach, and I called and I bought it. I was like, I'll take it. And then I go, he was like, I'm going to go look. And I tricked him. So I told the guy, I was like, he's going to look at used ones that are in his budget. So I go, why don't you, I want you to sit him in that one and be like, this is a new one. and it's sold, but I can show you like some of the features and stuff. And then they FaceTime me. And he was like, I was like, what do you think of that one? He goes, well, this one's a fucking turbo. He's like, it's out of my league. And I was like, but it's pretty badass, right? And he was like, fuck, yeah. And I was like, it's yours, dude. And he was like, what? Yeah. It was pretty cool. And he was cursing and, you know.
God, you're making me cry.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And I got to see him, you know, drive it. And he would call me all the time and be like, this was the best thing I've ever gotten.
Dude, you know, there's a guy, Jesse Itzler, I think is his name, and he said randomly, I follow him. He's married to Sarah Blakely. I went to college with her.
Yeah.
And
wait, is that
Spanx?
Yeah, she's like the CEO of that, like the
yeah. She created him by herself. That's why. And let me tell you something, Spanx, fucking, just so we're clear, weird fucking idea, but fucking, she's stuck by her guns. That's what I love about her.
Do they still live here, or they lived here?
No, they live in. I think they live in Atlanta. They own the Hawks.
But didn't they live here?
I don't know.
I feel like, did Sarah Blakely live
in Austin?
In Austin,
they may have a house in. They're worth. She's a billionaire.
She's a billionaire. I know.
You know, Sarah Blakely is fucking really.
And you went to school with?
I went to school with Sarah Blakely. I mean, I'm sure we knew each other. Our paths crossed, but I don't remember a lot of college.
Just type her name in Austin. And
so Sarah Blakely is. I wish I had spent time with her in college. I would have never appreciated her. I don't think I was. No.
Didn't live here?
I don't see anything saying it.
Okay.
So I listened, there's a podcast, I forget the name of the podcast, but it's with this guy. I tried to get him on my podcast, tried to get him to interview me for when I got the award, but he does a podcast, I forget the name of the podcast, but he talks to business people and how they created their business. It's when remember there was a period of time where I kept saying we were going to be billionaires and we wanted to start Two Bears Sports Management. And I was like, because you listen to people like Sarah Blakely who have weird ideas.
Yeah.
Sarah Blakely said she didn't want to tell anyone her idea because all you're going to get is negativity. And when you have an idea, all you need to do is nurture that idea.
Yeah.
You don't want the negative stuff. And then what's crazy is once you get successful, all people do is nurture your ideas. Yeah. And then you can get people who have really bad ideas and no one told them no, you know? Jesse Itzler is her husband. I follow him. He's next level. He's the guy that, he's the reason we know who David Goggins is.
Who Itzler is?
Yeah. So Jesse Itzler moved David Goggins into his house for a month and said, I want to spend 30 days with a Navy SEAL. And David Goggins said, cool, but you can never say no. And then Jesse Itzler went on Rogan's podcast, talked about David Goggins, and that's how.
Oh, this living with a SEAL.
Yeah, and it's him living with David Goggins. I'm not, no disrespect to David Goggins, but I think that was the thing that launched David Goggins into this motivational, badass motherfucker that he is. And Jesse Itzler said something that really changed the way I saw things. When you talk about your parents and your dad, he said, if you had, say your parents are 76, you see them once a year, maybe they'll live to 85. You get to see them 10 more times, 9 more times. Why wouldn't you just double that immediately? Why wouldn't you say, hey, why don't you come out twice a year? Why don't I pay for it and you come out twice a year? Why don't you guys come out? Better yet, why don't I buy you a house out here so you guys feel comfortable and you can stay longer? Why don't I, that mentality, I think if I misquoted and I'm sorry. But, and when you say that about your dad, I go, you got to have that. Like you need to invest in those relationships that you really care about, and that's where gift giving comes in. Amazing. I remember I flew during the pandemic, I had my bus go out to Tampa and pick my parents up, and they wanted to come out. Cotty was giving birth,
and they were scared to get on a plane.
And my dad and mom were scared to get on a plane, and so I had my bus drive out, pick them up, drive them across country so they could be here for the birth of Cotty's daughter. And that gift was expensive. Yeah. Leanne was not thrilled about it, but my sister Cotty got to have her parents out here for the birth of her child, and my parents got to be there, and that mattered to me. That mattered to me. And my dad just kept saying stuff like, "Buddy, I could have never imagined. I mean, I can't pay you back. I can't pay you back. I can't tell you, you know." And I flew private one time, and I told my parents, "Why don't you fly with me?" I think it was during that time I was going to do Go Big Show, and so I think TBS. I don't know. I got a private jet to get me to so that I didn't have to get quarantined.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I flew commercially to Cabo in September, and then sent a charter to pick my dad up and fly him there to meet me there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I was like, "How was that?" He goes, "Great." He goes, it wasn't that big, but it was nice." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I've seen bigger ones." And I was like, Cool.
Yeah, presents for your parents.
Yeah.
Presents for your parents and experiences to get to share with your parents.
Yeah.
Like so today, not to move forward in this podcast, it's all about gifts, but it's a about
Look,
gifts.
it's my birthday. It's the birthday
your
episode.
birthday.
You
It's a
don't like
birthday
it? Go
episode.
fuck yourself. Yeah.
Today you treated me to stem cells.
I did.
And I did not want to do it. I mean, last episode, you can tell I didn't want to do it. At the very beginning, I was
dude.
I was spinning out of control. I was spinning out of control.
I did think about this though, because I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Is I realized you were like, when I was telling you, I go, "This has no adverse effects on," and you're like, "Well, I don't even know what it is." So I think
didn't know anything
you were
about it.
reacting to the fact that you were like, "Since I don't know what it is, no."
Yeah. I mean, and
I think you're going to enjoy the benefits of it, though.
Well, I enjoyed the process of it, and I know I will enjoy the benefits of it, and I've listened to the testimonials of it.
Yeah, and shout out to Ways to Well, Brigham, and the whole Denise and all them over there were, they're great.
They're amazing. They're amazing,
great
and
people.
after experiencing it and knowing the people that swear by it, I called my dad right before we started, and I said, "Hey, in May, I'm coming out to do, I think, Two Bears in May and Rogan in May."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Why don't I fly you out to Austin and we'll hang out, we'll play golf or whatever, but more importantly, why don't we get you some stem cells in your knee, 'cause he has a really hard time moving around.
Yeah.
So why don't we do both your knees and your hip?" And he was like, well, tell me more about it. I said, "I'm going to do what Tom did." So you know what? I'm going to fly you and Mom out. I'm going to put you up here. I'm going to do podcasts. I'm going to work. You guys enjoy Austin. My dad loves that shit. Go into a city with my mom.
Yeah.
He brings a camera and takes like pictures with a camera.
Sure.
And then we'll get you guys some stem cells where you're hurting. We'll get you all peptided up and then fucking on your way. And you'll spend, and maybe I'll bring my sister down to hang out with them. But like, I can afford to do that. And that is the thing that will make me happy. I don't think I ever understood. It's so funny. A long time ago, you gave money to a charity on a video, and I remember thinking, because I wasn't. It's hard to wrap your head around giving money to people or buying big things for people when you're trying to piecemeal your life together. And I was that guy. Just so we're very clear, both of us. There was a moment where we were getting stem cell shots today, and I thought, we're the same guy who were counting my burps in a car ride to Brea to make $700 each.
Yeah.
And by the way, we didn't get to keep all of that.
Yeah.
And so I've been there. And so I remember you gave money to someone, and I was like, why do you I literally thought, I know this is a horrible thought, but I go, do you do that so that you can put it on social media so people think you're good? Like, that's what I thought, because I'll do that if is that what it is? Because I don't know if I want to do that. I didn't realize that giving money, and I have since given a lot of people money, like my buddy's going through cancer. My GoFundMe's, I get drunk and I give people money that are trying to have babies. We have a foundation. I started a foundation.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem giving money in these scenarios. Or it feels so good.
It feels good.
It feels so good.
My two favorite charities, just to place, we're talking about donating, my two favorite charities that I've been donating to regularly and I really believe in are Starlight Children's Foundation, which basically makes hospital stays more comfortable for kids and their families. And they do like amazing things. They do like virtual reality headsets for kids that are staying in hospitals. They'll do, instead of like hospital gowns, they'll do like team logos or Marvel characters so that the kids are like, a little.
Wow.
They do amazing things, and so yeah, like it's pretty incredible. So I donate to them, and then I also donate to World Central Kitchen, which is the Chef Jose Andres organization.
Oh yeah,
where they go to where disasters are and feed people, because you forget that when something happens that is catastrophic, like they're feeding people in the Ukraine and just outside over the border now who are like, hey, like you forget, like, how do I eat?
Yeah.
Right. And they're serving meals right now to thousands of people a day there. So if you are, looking for a place to donate, I'm just saying, kind of amazing organizations that I have put my money towards because I just believe in them.
I used to do the Waitstaff raffle. That was fun as fuck.
I love the transition. I know that was actually cool because what you would do is like, that was brilliant. That is such a Bert thing to do because, we're working.
We should add something like that to Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
We should add something like, we should do a 50-50 raffle at every fucking Fully Loaded. Oh, fucking 50-50 raffle. I love fucking raffles.
Yeah.
50-50 raffle. Fucking send that to the chat thread.
But you would do the, because we work in comedy club. Our foundation's comedy clubs. And, you get a bond with like comedy club staffs, the servers, the bartenders, the door guys. And you would have a raffle where somebody on the staff could walk away with like $1,000 or a couple grand.
I had some of the greatest experiences
doing that.
The first one we did was in Jersey. And what happened is I got bonused $1,000. And I said, I want to tip out the waitstaff. And I was like, I'll give $100 to the waitstaff. And then I was like, there's 10 people. They each get $10. It looks like a really cheap tip. By the way, at the time, $1,000 is a lot of money to me. And by the way, I understand it's still a lot of money, but at the time, I couldn't just give $1,000. Now I give $1,000.
Let's be clear. $1,000 is not a lot of money to you now. Keep going.
I just spent $100,000 on your birthday. You're right. So I said, let's just, if I put in $100, will you guys each chip in one, and then we'll raffle it off and one person will win it. And the girl that won it, her answer, I said, she came up, she was crying. There was a ton of money. It was like fucking $700 or something. And I said, what are you going to spend the money on? And she said, I'm pregnant and I couldn't afford to get the good car seat for my baby. And now I can get the good car seat. And everyone started crying. So then I was like, wow, this is fun. We'll do this again. I did the next one, and it was this guy, Kevin. This is going to make me cry. He comes up. By the way, this is stereotypical, but I knew that white chicks winning was like a big heart. Like they always had like a sob story. Black dudes, stereotypically, don't want to show you their emotion. They don't want to show you behind the curtains, right? So I go, Kevin, and I go, who's Kevin? And I see a black dude. And immediately my brain goes, I'm going to get some fucking tough guy. I was wrong about every black dude that ever won. I was so totally wrong. He comes up and he starts crying. And I said, why you seem emotional? And he said, yeah, I am. Thank you. And I said, well, where are you going to spend this money? He goes, next week is my daughter's 13th birthday. I think Georgia was 13 at the time. And I said, oh, congratulations. He goes, I didn't have money to throw her a party. Now I get to be the dad she thinks I am. You're so fortunate in life. Sometimes you forget your path. And then you see someone on your path at an earlier stage in your path, and they remind you of your path. And you're like, motherfucker. So many times I didn't get to be the dad that they thought I was. So many fucking times. You think you want your kids to look up to you, and that guy fucked me up, man. And I did it every time. I remember one black dude came up. We were in Orlando, and he won. And someone was like, pull another number, because this girl came up and her answer was, I can pay for my diabetes medication. And you're like, fuck. And this guy goes, pull another number, I'll match it. We pull another number back. Black dude comes up. I go, what are you going to do with the money? He goes, I'm buying shoes. And everyone goes, oh. And he goes, looks at him sideways. And then someone goes, oh my God, look at his shoes. And his toes were sticking out of his shoes. He didn't have shoes.
Yeah.
And I mean,
here, I'll tell you something funny.
Please.
You'll like this. This is Ellis yesterday. So I meet the boys for ice cream after we leave here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in like a week. And Christina had driven them. And I put them in, I'm in a separate car. So I put them in the car, and Julian goes, why are you wearing sunglasses? I go, because it's bright out. And Julian and I have the same color eyes, and then Ellis and Christina do. So I go, buddy, our eyes are more sensitive to light. I go, we have blue eyes. We have the best eyes. Right? And Ellis is like playing with something, and he puts it down. He goes, what? I go, Julian and I have the best eyes. We have blue eyes. He goes, you have diarrhea in your eyes. And I go, no. I go, Julian and I have eyes that are like the sky. They're sky blue. And I see Ellis so mad that he has this toy in his hand. He throws it on the ground. He goes, you know what? You have fucking cheese in your eyes. And I fall over laughing. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. You got fucking cheese in your eyes. And I go, I laugh so hard that he sees how hard he's making me laugh, and he sits up like this. And Christina, she goes like, what is going on? I go, I don't know. I go, I think he's really has the gene.
Yeah.
To like he feels threatened. He's like, and then because it made him laugh, I go, all right. I go, you win. It's over. There's no more back and forth. You win. And he goes, yeah. And then she starts to back up, and he goes, fucking cheese. He's 6. He's 6 years old.
Kid's a fucking gold mine of material.
Jesus Christ.
Should we eat lunch?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, that was a great. Hey, listen. Happy birthday. Buddy.
Thanks, man.
I love you. I love you. I'm very lucky to have you in my life.
Me too.
I'm being dead serious.
I'm lucky to have you too, man. I love you very much. And I honestly, it's not like I don't think of this as like, oh yeah, cool. Like I'm blown away. I'm still processing that there's a goddamn specced out race car here. And like, I'm really excited to do it. I'm really excited to go and try it. And I'm actually going to call that driver right now and be like, you're not going to believe this.
Call him now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Thank you.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 Bears, 1 Cave. No scripts, a bit of booze, amateur partology. Dirty jokes, raunchy humor, no apologies. Here's what we call 2 Bears, 1 Cave.